Dear students, I hope you are all doing well. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. In this video, we are going to discuss about JSP lifecycle. JSP means Java Server Page. It is a server-side programming language. By using JSP, you can create the dynamic web pages. What is meant by lifecycle? You are going to define the process from its creation till the destruction. Here you have 7 stages in JSP. The first one is JSP translation. Second one is JSP compilation. Third one is class loading. Fourth one is instantiation. Fifth one is initialization. Sixth one is request processing. Seventh one is destruction. Once the request is received from the client, the web container translates that JSP code into servlet code. As we all know, servlet code has the extension .java. Once the servlet code is created by the web container, it is moved to the second stage. So during the JSP compilation, the servlet code is compiled and it will create bytecode. As we all know, bytecode has the extension .class. Once the class file is created for the servlet, it is moved to the third stage. It is nothing but class loading. So loading the servlet classes by using class loader. Once the servlet class is loaded, the web container creates instance for the servlet. Then it starts the life cycle. So here we can say last 3 stages are the life cycle of JSP: initialization, request processing, and destruction. Initialization is performed by calling the method JSP init. Request processing is performed by calling the method _JSP service method. Destroying is performed by calling the method JSP destroy. Let me see in detail. So by using the JSP init method, we can open up the database connection, we can open the file, and so on. And the second stage is nothing but _JSP service. By calling this method, we can service the request and also sends the response. The last stage is said to be JSP destroy. By calling this method, we can destroy the JSP objects. So these are the steps of the JSP lifecycle. The first of all, we have to translate, or that web container has to translate the JSP code to servlet code. Servlet code has the extension .java, we know very well. Second step is to compile the servlet code into bytecode. So bytecode has the extension .class. Third step is to load the servlet class, and fourth step is nothing but creating the servlet instances. So what is meant by instance? Nothing but objects. It's creating the servlet objects. And the next step is nothing but initializations. We are going to initialize the database connection by calling the method JSP init. And the next step is nothing but you are going to process the request by calling the JSP service. And the last step is nothing but you are going to destroy the objects created by the web container by calling the method JSP destroy. So let me see the method definition of this JSP lifecycle. Take the first life cycle, or the first stages of life cycle is nothing but JSP init. So public void JSP init is used to initialize the database connection, open the files. So inside the curly bracket, you can write the code for this, for it. And the second method is nothing but void _JSP service. It takes 2 arguments, HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. So inside the curly bracket, you can write the code for servicing the request. And the third method is nothing but public void JSP destroy. It is used to destroy the objects created by the web container. That's all about your JSP lifecycle. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.